I've been a writer for about 10 years. I got a few books under my belt, and because I was a novice, an amateur, of course, I didn't know a lot of the hardships and obstacles that come your way as a amateur writer. So this will be advice for aspiring writers. What do I want to talk about? I'm talking about the fear of the blank page. This is one of the big ones, folks. Okay. Even extremely seasoned and versed uh, veterans in the craft, even they, I do believe this, are afraid of the blank page. Okay. The blank page is an abyss, and let me tell you, I'm going to tell you my experience. Even when I'm hype, even though I want to write, the moment the mouse cursor goes to Microsoft Word, I got anxiety. I get anxiety, right? This bothers me, right? This bothers me because it shouldn't be so. Because just as I know, that the story has to be written, that you have to do this, and that every single second you procrastinate, it's gonna take you longer to finish this bitch, right? So, uh, right, there is no real reason to be afraid of the blank page. It's almost irrational. It is an irrational fear that we all feel. It's an instinct, almost an impulse. Uh, of course, uh, I'm trying to tell you younger writers, okay? I've been in the business for 10 years. I've been doing it for 10 years. It happens to me quite often to be afraid of the blank page. Uh, but this video is to tell you that you shouldn't be afraid. You should not be afraid of the blank page. You should just start writing whatever. You can edit later, right? Of course, it isn't fair to tell you to be fearless when I am still getting anxiety, right? But it is what it is. I just don't want people to feel this type of angst like I do. This is simply why I'm making this video, right? And I think that the reason why this fear of the blank page exists is because you unconsciously know that, well, you're thinking, well, is this gonna be any good? Is this gonna be bought and read and enjoyed? What will the critics think? Am I any good? You're gonna think to yourself, am I any good? Is this utter trash? Am I delusional in thinking that I can write a good story? Uh, is this nothing but gibberish? Am I, lying to myself? I think these are some of the thoughts that might cross our heads when we stare at the blank page, and that is why we get anxiety. That is why we are afraid of it. Uh, in a way, we're a bit insecure. We lack the confidence. It is what it is. Uh, how I get my confidence? I just listen to some music and have a few drinks, and then I get over it. Of course, this is not the best method, but it helps me. Another example, another case. Why would you uh, be fearful of the blank page. Now, of course, there is also this, that you might feel that what you're writing, what you're doing, your stories, your characters, you might feel that it is a waste of time, that you're doing something that you're not so good at, and there's a voice in your head that tells you that maybe you are in over your head, that this type of profession is beyond your skill set, that what you're writing is subpar, lackluster, right? This can happen. You should be your most relentless critic. Of course, you should be, but that should not stop you from perfecting your craft. That should not stop you from writing. That should not stop you. You can be your harshest critic, but that should not impede your writing. And of course, another voice says, well, why are you wasting your time on this when you could go out there and have some fun? When you could go out there and live your fun, satisfy yourself, etc., etc. Live life. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm here to tell you the reason why we're writers is because we love doing this. Okay? We love doing this. We love the written word. We love to tell stories. We like to create situations, right? Be it beautiful or grotesque, right? So, and you have to manage, you have to reach a balance. Write when you want to write, and then do other things, whatever, right? You have to establish your own schedule, right? We have all become writers because we love this. So, this idea that you're wasting your time and you could do other greater things out there should not exist. It doesn't exist in my case, not anymore, right? And also, this is another big one. I'm going to use myself as an example, my experience. I've written a big novel. It was my debut novel, my first novel. It was a big one, right? And then I wrote a couple of thinner books, and now this one that I'm a bit, uh, I'm postponing it. I should write every day, right? But I'm postponing it because of the fear of the blank page. Why am I doing this? Because this book is gonna be my next big novel. Okay, my next big novel, and there's a bit of pressure, and you see, when you write a big novel, you have crazy amounts of characters. You have crazy amounts of plot points. There's the pressure that you have to keep the reader invested. Every page has to be a page turner, right? You have to have all of these. The characters cannot be one dimensional. Uh, the plots cannot be, filled with tropes. You got to stop with the cliches, with the platitudes, and there's always a chance that you might repeat yourself and not even notice. So there is this pressure, right? A big novel is not like a novella or a short story. It's more complex, right? Sophisticated, whatever you want, multifaceted, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So there is a lot there that uh, must be considered. It's like climbing a mountain. Uh, it's tough, right? But even though all of this fear and anxiety, uh, my advice to you, and I really should follow my own advice. My advice to you, aspiring writers, is keep at it. keep at it, right? When you see the blank page, do everything in your power to overcome it and start writing. I don't know, do push ups, listen to a banger, whatever you need to get yourself hyped to overcome the abyss, the white abyss that is the blank page. We have to, right? Because if you are afraid of it, and if you postpone it for whatever excuse you want to use, you know what happens, don't you? What follows is procrastination, and you will be comfortable in it. You will say, well, I got the butterflies in my stomach, maybe today is not a good time. And this will repeat day after day, week after week, and you cannot allow this as a writer. You got to stick to it, you got to stick to your guns, and keep on writing. The fear of the blank page is, wow, I never thought. You see, when I wrote my first novel, this really didn't happen to me. This fear of the blank page, it didn't happen to me because I was just so hype, so excited to finish this thing. And now with my second big novel, I'm experiencing it, bro. It's just there's this anxiety that I don't like. It shouldn't be here, right? It is almost embarrassing, shameful, right? It's undignified. That's what I'm trying to say, right? We cannot let the blank page defeat us. We must never surrender, right? Never negotiate, never compromise, never concede. We have to overcome it, right? By any means necessary, right? And of course, there is a dose of doubt every time you start writing every day. Because, like I said, we all have these voices in our heads that tell us that we are deceiving ourselves, that we are lying to ourselves, right? And we don't have to listen all the time, right? This is my advice. It might be simplistic, basic, whatever you want to call it, and I really have to, I really have to follow my own advice. This is my advice to you. Keep on writing. Keep on writing. It doesn't matter. Okay, try to overcome your fear of the blank page and keep on writing. Okay, because if not, your writing schedule, if you want to call it, will be so, uh, you know, what wild. It will fluctuate. You'll write one day, and then 2 weeks later, you will, you know, you won't write 2 weeks, and then you'll write 2 days in a row, and then a month you'll have a pause. This is not good. Okay, you have to write as frequently as possible, right? You cannot fluctuate like this because you're afraid of the white page. Okay, you see, if you want to support your boy, I got a few books on Amazon. The link will be down below. uh Thanks for watching. Good luck, and see you.